And I am live and actually used the right key. Oh my god. So I say starting soon on the scene. I just want to do some final preparation. Not that it really matters. Holy shit, it's been a while since I've streamed. At least Solus website development stuff, and I do apologize for that. See, I don't even have Atom open. Come on now. I think I was waiting to sync all the stuff just to make sure, because it's been a month and I had to actually watch my older stream to remember where we had left off. And from what I gathered, it was some website stuff, and I think I worked a bit after that on simplifying some of the selector groups, but I don't quite remember. So yeah, today is just gonna be interesting to say the least. Let's fire up Solus site Atom project. And they actually added something recently in the project manager in Atom, like the package for it, where I can now do Shift Enter and it will open up in the same window, which is amazing. I've been wanting that for a long while. So I'm on the live control panel. Where the fuck's the chat? Where's the chat? You'd think it'd have it right here, but it doesn't. Don't tell me I have to open up the frickin' watch page. I do. Cool. Alright, so. So Solus site, check. Solus styling, check. Clearing out tabs. Not check. Well, how the hell? What? I cleared this out like a few days ago, and I already have over 4,000 items in my browsing history. That's a bit insane. And I'm actually getting the issue that Brian, aka Daedric, had where it's using 43% of my CPU, when last time I used this, it was 20. And this is with the recent kernel, so... And I have streamed before, prior to the kernel stuff, and it was at 23%, so I'm just gonna blame that. I don't actually know if that's the problem, but we'll just pretend it is. Wow, okay. It's doing the whole flipping out again. Is it frickin' Chrome? Is it Chrome being a little bitch? I bet it is. It's doing that whole like flashing windows, hacking, trying to, I don't even know. Right, okay, so I think I could actually switch to this scene now. Ta-da! And nothing's broken, imagine that. Actually, It was that animated scene, so it dropped down 13% when I switched from that media source to my normal scene. Now it's at 28%. Okay, whatever. Anyways, so where we left off, mobile needed some love. High resolution needed some love. I had mentioned doing the side panel stuff and testing that on a mobile device, but I never got around to that. And in case you were wondering what the delay was, first it was, well, it's a mixture of things. It was bouncing between, releases of Budgie and Solus and Life and packaging video series, which, man, that was like my only skeleton in the closet that I had in terms of Solus contributions and work. And I'm so glad I got the new series out the door. And I'm really interested to hear people's feedback on it. So, but I'm just going to power through Sol's website stuff, although granted this is going to be a shorter stream today because I just want to sort of get warmed back into doing the Sol's website stuff again, and then we could start hitting it, which is ironic since this is called a Rampage and we won't really be doing a Rampage. The more I thought about it after setting that title, I was like, actually it's more like bench warmer than anything else, but I suppose that's a way less sexier title than Rampage, So let's do, right, so what we'll do here is we'll look at the mobile view. Maybe not iPhone 6 Plus. I feel like that's cheating a bit. Maybe iPhone 5? Yeah, so once again, these buttons are being a pain in the ass. Checks blog. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. Download page. It looks like that could probably use some additional spacing in between each lines. So increase in line height there. Support us page looks good. Footer looks like a disaster. Souls page, yep. Oh, yeah, that needs to be fixed. So this needs some love here. The applet stuff, which actually is what we left off on in the last video. And press. Which, this is out of date. This is how long it's been since release, because we had a minor of a minor release. We had 1.2.0.5, which is the current release, so all of this needs to be updated. And actually, I think yeah, I mean, I just used this as an example, but I think I used 1.2.0. Whoa. What? How can I? What? Okay, that was odd. I used 1.2, yeah, as the example, so all that I think needs to be updated too. Not that it's a huge priority because no one is really going to be clicking those on my local machine to download ISOs, so yeah. And I'm not even going to look at 4K yet. So I think the first objective is to fix those budgie applets. This here. So we're setting a fixed height here. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not really a big fan of any of this, actually. I mean, in terms of the spacing. So really, if we set a padding, if we set a padding and then account for that in the width, that should be fine. It's already looking a bit better. Although this has a margin of 15 pixels, I feel like it's a bit ridiculous on mobile. It's not too bad. Okay, so let's implement those changes. Now the question is remembering all the stuff. I guess this is a test on how organized my code is, because I have to remember stuff, so it was scalable probably. So it's going to be mobile. Yep, here we are. Although, if we look at this, it wasn't actually applying this width on the budgie-applet. So we have this minor component of budgie-applet list. It's because what we're doing is we have this div here. Oh wait, no, hold on. Budgie-applet list and then section. And then banner. So that seems right. So banner and then budgie-applet list as a div minor and then that. I'm just going to remove that direct parent selector first and see if it then applies it. Although we're not actually setting. Yeah, fuck it, we'll see. All right, let's do a recompile this. Okay, so it was a selector thing. But we're not applying the padding, so that's not particularly helpful. Oh wait, no, we're applying it here. Just refresh to make sure. Okay, and instantly that looks better. So we were just using, we're trying to use a direct child selector when it isn't a direct child apparently. I'll have to look into that. Right, okay, that was an easy fix. Suppose, you know, warming up here. So let's go ahead and fix that data. Go away, I don't need you anymore. It's gonna be in data ISOs, yeah? info, here we are. So stable, devel, and OEM. I'm gonna have to refresh with that key about that. I think the idea was we would provide devel ISOs via our via Fabricator, because it's dev oriented, right? So it wouldn't make much sense to expose it directly on the website. So we would primarily provide the stable image and the OEM image later. So I could drop the devel stuff and not have to worry about that. And let's actually have the version reflect accurately on what the version is. I think at the time I was a bit, well, one, I wanted to see what it would look like using ISO snapshots, and two, I was a bit, words, yeah, I don't know, English is even failing me today, both Finnish and English. I was sitting in class today, I'm like, I feel like I know half these words and I don't remember any of them. Yeah, anyways, let's just continue on. Otherwise, I'm just gonna be saying for the next 5 fucking minutes. 1205. And then let's check the Americas, fuck yeah. I actually don't need to do this. I guess what I was trying to really get at was mobile users can't read the code. Oh yeah, thanks for pointing that out, Les. Let me go ahead and update that. Sorry. Yeah, okay. I set to 14, so it should be better. So the words that I was trying to think of was, I think I was anticipating that 1.2.1 would have been released by that point in time, and we would have already moved on to ISO snapshots because, well, 1.2.1 should have been released already, in my opinion. But we retracted, our plans for, we retracted a certain time frame, which is good because it alleviates any sort of stress with that, and we released 1.2.0.5 just to ensure that individuals on, for instance, Skylake would actually be able to use the ISO, so, and resolve sort of issues around that. On the plus side, it gives us 1.2.1 to actually land budgie 10 to 7. Is that what we're on at this point? I don't know. It's sort of always looking towards the future, like, okay, well, we're on X version now, or I think we're on X version now, but I know what the next version is. All right, so all that should have automatically been refreshed. Assuming I actually clicked the right windows. Yep, 1205. That media size is completely inaccurate, and the torrent I could actually probably apply with the real torrent URL, so let's go ahead and do that. Forgot HTTPS, and apparently we don't do the redirect for that. So where do we, oh, it's here. There we are. Okay, so what is the actual media size? Surely I have it on this system. I do. It is 992.0. Oh my god, that's a fat one. That needs some trimming for sure. Okay, well, so that's updated. Sweet. Let's take a look at what select our groups were like at this point. So I cleaned up some of them. I mean, it doesn't look too bad at this point, actually. I kind of feel like with some of these half banner things. Let's see, so these are full. And this creates, if we're not the budgie menu, and we're not the design for everyone, and we're not Raven, because with budgie menu design for everyone is left positioned, and with Raven it's right. We're saying set the position to center and cover the entire banner. So that query is fine. It's these here that I don't like. Let's check what it's like in scalable. Okay, that's not too bad. And yes, for the record, I know with these selectors I can just avoid the nesting altogether and just do okay, like div and then section. But I never know when I'm going to need to add more to a particular banner, so I always just say it's nested and the less code will deal with it later anyways. 10.2.7, yeah, okay. Apparently that's our current budget thing. I thought it was, but sometimes I just don't know. So let's take a look at dir. A herpadir. Love that. Actually, why do I have this set here? This is a must fix. There we go. Because I don't care if it's... Yeah, that works. Okay. I think a lot of the prior stream was just me working on mobile because, I mean, I looked at it and it seemed alright. I just needed to get rid of the nav bar and maybe do something about the footer when I implement the side pane. And post stream I was going to do cleanup, but I already did some of that, so I think we'll just sort of look to see what is the worst, I guess. Maybe. So actually I could get your guys' opinion on See, it's not responsive. Is it? So this is what it would look like on 4K. Which is a bit crazy. I mean, it doesn't look bad. Except this. This looks like shit. What is going on there? The excessive padding there. This just looks nuts. This looks good. I need the additional footer stuff there. I think this actually is fine. The blog is anyways. Which means the press page will probably be fine too. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this needs some work. I'm guessing I'm using percentage values there. No way. Percentage values, imagine that. So we have a 3%, and then we have a 3.5%. Okay, it's a bit excessive. No, go away. I don't need that. I mean, sure, it makes it centered, but it just... Let's see, what does it look like again? It isn't centered there, though. Ugh. Damn it, people with high-resolution monitors. What does it look like here? Yeah, okay, I mean... The art needs to scale, obviously. I suppose I could work on that. Or accessibility. Shall we work on that? Let's do that. So, let's audit. And load. I'm expecting bad results. I'm just saying. Well, come on. It's not that fat of a website. I think it's actually stuck. Okay, yeah, we're getting a bunch of warnings. I expected that. So actually, let's pop this onto the side for once. Actually makes it a bit easier. So our first warning is images should have text alternatives. So I knew that. The first one is the logo. Okay. Next one is this and the Dediserve image. So adding alts for that is going to be simple. So let's actually go ahead and do that now. So let's focus on accessibility for now. Focus. Oh, you actually can't see my hands, can you? I have to check now. You see it a bit. How it's like Italians and Americans talking with their hands. My wife always makes fun of me for that. So it's going to be partials headers. partial header. Okay, so put Solus there. Next one is images circles. So the banner. Actually, with the banners, although I think it only applies to the home page, which uses these. So we have this center image. Let's use project find to see the center images reference. I think it's only the Solus hero banner and the budgie one, but I just want to be sure. Yep, Solus circle and the center image. So I just need to add maybe alt. Then implement it in the partials. This is going to be a partial. Yeah, maybe. No, it's going to be shortcut. Although I'm not entirely sure that's going to work because it's a width within a width. Right, I think we're going to need to do it. It's is set check. So we're going to check, and then if we, yeah, so we're going to check if it's set, and if it is, we're going to assign its value to image, and then we're also going to assign the, well, actually, I don't think we need to assign the alt. That should do it, I think. No, it didn't. In all fairness, it's been a while. There we go. So just that white spacing. No, well, I did a bork. I'm guessing I missed a quote. So with git alt, and then end, and then we go on to source. Let's check. So main board. Probably doing something very obviously wrong, but it's just been such a long time that I do not remember. It's probably something very obvious. Although, why am I getting that up there? An image. Yeah, so what the fuck? Image alt and then okay, that's fine, and then source, that's fine. Hugo isn't yelling at me. What? I is confused. Where's something else that has an if check? My god. I feel like I've taken a step back in time. It's just okay, so we have I want an is set. So is set.params author here, and then we do okay, so yeah, and then we use end. Do you guys see anything obvious? I feel like one of you should. I'm just gonna blame Blaz. His fault. I don't know why it's his fault, but it's his fault. Let's try this. Is it just that page? No. Is this alt thing? No, it's not alt. So it's definitely within main. If I just comment this out, just see what happens when I do that. Okay, so it's not that. It's gotta be this, right? It's the only thing that makes any sense to me right now would be this bit. Alright, I gotta look at the documentation for Hugo again. I don't know, I'm lost. Oh yeah, let's just add alt stuff, that'll be easy. He said. Let's see if it's that. Nope, it's not that. Let's see if it's that. It's not that. Okay, well, I mean, that's good, I guess. Just go back to the original. Okay, and it's definitely not that, so it's actually something else I fucked up somewhere. Sure, it can't be this, right? Can't honestly be this. Let's check, there's gotta be something else I've changed. What the fuck? Okay, I'm gonna experiment. Let's see. So we're on homepage. I add back the alt thing. And it's there. What? Okay. So that's there. Let's go to the banner code. And then let's piss around with this stuff. So let's drop that. Let's check. It's still there. We're slowly removing changes, checking when things break. Now we're gonna do that if is set check. Okay, so we have that. And it's not broken yet. Okay, good. So I'm just gonna do that meaningless check. We're not gonna use it. Or that meaninglessly fetch of the value. Okay. Okay, let's check now. Nope, that's a work. At least I could see that, yeah. So here it's not getting the oh my god, I feel retarded. It's because I'm doing it within the scope of yeah, I think that's it. Wow, what? I mean, I'll just check if that's equal to something. I think that's the vernacular for it. It doesn't seem right, does it? So now it isn't even creating the image. Well, at least that's a start. At least I'm breaking things in the right direction this time. In all fairness, I did say we would be fumbling around in the dark, so it's your choice to watch. You could fumble around with me. It's like a tumble dryer. Okay, so need to do the... It wouldn't be a variable. Well, it might be under strings. No, okay, so it's just gonna be part of the Go template parameter then. Yeah, so it's like this. So if one value, yeah, okay. So why wouldn't that? Because we're getting, oh, wait, no, look, that white space in there. Let's try that. Okay. Wow, I didn't even notice that, and no one, none of you guys did. So disappointed. Okay. Fuck me. One of those days. Every day. So now we could add the alt stuff. Wow, that was an ordeal. Christ. So we did that, so we could actually apply two others. Whoa. At least I accomplished something today. So next up is contrast ratio. Which I already knew there was going to be issues with that, so I'm actually going to have it reload. So now it's right dead serve. That's going to be footer. Okay. This could be contrast ratios. Yeah, it's going to be that blue. That's right. I anticipated that, and that's okay. So they had a tool. Ah, right. Yeah, okay. So let's grab the blue. So it passes AA, but that's not what we're going for. We're going for WCAG AAA. So we're still failing. Wow, that's really dark. That's really, really dark. Damn it. They are uncompromising. Right, I'm going to all right, let's just change it. Let's see how it looks. Oh, right, I have to rebuild. Oh god, I hate that. That looks awful. Please no. Someone give me a better alternative, otherwise I'm keeping this. And I want a better alternative. Is this still running? No, fuck off. Stop. I said stop it. Why is that tool so shit? Fine, audit the fucking present state. What are you complaining now? Do I need to make that even darker? Fucking for real? And this stuff too? See, the purpose of this should be clear. From the link text. Okay, I don't know how learn more can't be clear. The content's human language indicated in the markup. Well, I can't disagree with that one. Let's see, what bothers you on that exactly? So, Blaz, I was changing the button. I changed the button color, so it's WCAG 3 compliant for accessibility purposes. I don't like it because it's, well, it's that blue, you know, it's really, really dark. But I also need to change these. But let's focus on the template first. So it's going to be under archetypes. Or not, no, what? All right, layout. Well, I wasn't, so SEWells, I was using the blue and it wasn't compliant with accessibility, which is why I changed it. Because that's what we were using. So. But it didn't provide a good enough contrast ratio. Which is unfortunate, but I kind of suspected it. So that's going to be fixed on refresh. Focusable stuff. Oh, so it's saying these are either invisible or obscured by another element. Well, now you're just lying to me, because they're not obscured. So now it's complaining about the contrast ratios for these, which means this needs to be darker, this needs to be darker, and this needs to be darker. And if this isn't dark enough, then I don't know about these. I mean, those are just warnings, so. I wish it would say what compliance level it's at this point. What are you talking about? So the color picker ColorZilla plugin can't capture it? What? I don't understand the question. This isn't an add-up thing. This is about compliance within accessibility standards in the browser. And I kind of like gcolor 3, and it's more about me using this proper color contrast check. I don't use ColorZilla. I use pigments just to show the colors. Oh, it says here, ColorZilla. ColorZilla.com/Firefox, so I don't use that. And gcolor lets me do it, so I don't really understand any of what you're getting at. So, what does it mean? Let's see. AX. which is an element which is inaccessible to a user using a mouse, but accessible to a user using a keyboard, often indicates that the element should be invisible to all users. Note that this warning may be shown when it focuses on a zero area due to its child element having a float property. Okay. So basically, it's on drugs. Got it. Yeah, because these are definitely accessible for mouse users, so. See, okay, I thought you could capture the Solus blue in the browser and then take the color code and copy it. No, so this has, okay. So let's just set the record straight. I was using the Solus blue. And I got that because I had Inkscape, and had I not had Inkscape with the logo assets locally, I would have used gcolor 3 and this eyedropper thing to actually get the color. And I could get that from anywhere on the screen, so I don't need a plugin for anything in particular. It's just a dedicated piece of software. I had to change it from this Solus whole color, which is this blue here, okay, because it didn't comply with the accessibility standards for like the AAA rating. If I wanted double, I probably would have gotten away with it, but that's not what I was aiming for. In terms of Pigments is a plugin that renders the color next to a hexadecimal value. So that's all this is responsible for, is getting that color. It doesn't do anything else, thankfully, because Pigments has a fat ass. So the reason why I use this web aim tool, which I've used in the past, is I could just click darken and it finds both in normal text and larger text what is like when it's going to be compliant. You see, if I lighten that ever so slightly, it fails for normal text. If I darken it just a bit, it passes. Even if it's completely white. So I think it needs to be the 7.4 contrast ratio. But I always try to make whatever website I'm developing accessible at this point. So if it means having a bit odd colors, then so be it. Because what's someone going to do? Complain and then be like, yeah, it's because I want everyone to be able to properly view it and not just you. Like, what are they going to say to that? Fuck all. And to be quite frank, I wouldn't care anyways. So I'm going to ignore that. This I need to fix. But I'm going to fix it in a different way, which is implementing probably an overlay class. So what I'll do is have, because these are just banners, what I could do is just have like overlay equals true, and then I don't know. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, the accessibility in this particular instance is for those that are more visually impaired. I mean, this is something that is pretty piss poor, at least from what I've heard. Of course, I'm quite fortunate in that I don't need to have any sort of accessibility related software installed. But my understanding is this situation under Linux is actually pretty poor in general, which is quite unfortunate, at least from what I've heard. So if I could at least make the website of an operating system accessible to those people, I think that would be nice, because I mean, how many other websites like does Ubuntu? Actually, we could check, I think. Let's see. Yeah, I can. Let's check. I'd be interested to find out if they're compliant. Wow, this thing takes a bit, doesn't it? I mean, I'm not trying to. Ubuntu was just the first operating system that came to mind because they're obviously the most popular Linux operating system. So, I mean, I could do the same for Windows.com, but I don't think it's going to be any faster at this rate. Oh, and it's testing at level 2. Not even level 3. Why? Why is this so slow? Help. Is it just the Ubuntu website, or is it this checker tool? I don't actually know. Okay, let's see if there's a different one. This maybe? Will this work? Okay. This is taking a while too. And don't say it's my internet connection, because it isn't. Do they use HTTPS? And was I using HTTP? Does it not like support redirect? Okay, that's odd. I was not what? At first I was like, when I tried it directly, I was like, oh wait, no, it's actually not loading. Okay, so at least Windows.com is up. Okay, so that's loading. Check. Oh yeah, I will check the red hat. So, would check my colors help at all with this contrast problem? So this WebAIM color contrast checker will help with color contrast, yes. So what you do is you set the foreground color and you set the background color, and you just, you tinker with lightening your foreground color or darkening your background color to see what would be compliant. So wow, what? $72 errors. So I don't know. Maybe this. I kind of want to go back and check with this. Damn, all I want to do is prove a point. I don't want fire away. I don't want it. But okay. That's HTTPS. See, okay, so evaluate the pre-enhanced version of the web page. Did not determine all the statements to checked to be true. So elements do not have the style attribute, not true, 5. Intrinsic events, not true, 3. That have ref do not have a text value in ref, not true, 1. Okay, so I just want like I just want where I type a URL and it just says no or yes. I don't care what, just tell me yes or no. Oh wait, what am I doing? Let's just use dum. No, okay, severe. At least we don't have any severe stuff. Elements, unique, okay. Okay, so they don't use alt, that's for damn sure. Okay, it's safe to say they fail. Red Hat, just be aware I am available for hire. Let's see, so check windows.com. Okay, we're gonna audit present state. Maybe. I mean, I know their website's fat, but come on. No, wow, they're way worse than Red Hat. I mean, look at that. Okay, well, I guess that proves a point, doesn't it? Christ. I mean, I know we have a much simpler website, so that probably attributes a lot to it. But the priority I want to do, let's see, so if I do is darken 5%? Obviously it isn't. That certainly isn't gonna help. Because I was initially thinking an overlay, but those never look pretty. It would save me the time having to edit the files directly though. So I think I will do that. I think I will have an overlay. Is there going to be a new default WP for 1.2.1? No comment. So what we'll do is we're gonna have to edit all those images, you know that, right? Or microduckins. I saw that image in my downloads. So it's gonna be under documents. Solus project. It's gonna be new website. Here we go. Assets. I think this is the original one. it is goody. So what I'll do is Solus project site. What we're going to do is we're going to open up, assuming GIMP's actually going to open. I tried opening GIMP earlier and it completely flopped, and I didn't bother checking from the terminal what it was. That seems odd that's not opening though. Oh, giggle error. But it opens from there. So did this never get rebuilt and there was a giggle update or something? Can I guess so? Wait, what? I don't think I'm using the full width thing here. Am I not? Images? No, I'm not. What? Why is that? I had it set to 1600 by 900 because that was my old mod. Well, I say old, it's literally this monitor that's being used as a secondary monitor. It was the resolution for that. I'm guessing this is what the full width is, which is 1920 by something. Nose itched. Okay, and then Athlone. So we're going to zoom in all the way here. John could yell at me in person or something about this. Because with the lighting, it just makes it really hard to compress. So you can really notice it. So we have that banner updated. We need this one updated. Basically, I'm reverting all the shit that I did in terms of darkening it. Okay, fine. What is up with that? What? So that's going to be in my original assets. I think this thing here. Scale down because 4K for that is a bit massive. I know, this is the most exciting thing in terms of website development. So I think what we'll do is we'll just leave it at those for now. I can do those after the stream. Because no one wants to watch me freaking redo all that stuff over again when you guys have seen me do it before. Yep, so you could tell there's certainly a reason why I darkened that. So now we're going to add the overlays for those. So basically we're going to set overlay on the banners for true whenever we actually want to use the overlays. And then we'll have that do a data attribute. And then we will actually, no, we won't do a data attribute because we have to create an element. So never mind. So it's just gonna be that. Now modify the short code. We'll just set that, which is going to be an empty overlay. And this is less generic, like it doesn't have to just apply to the banners. So we're gonna have this in like maybe core. Although the problem now with this is if you want to set Z index, then we are going to have to set position stuff. And yes, I know I'm setting float left here. They will be fixed. I promise. I just actually want to get this working first. What is it? I could just do that text color. And tinker with opacity here. Now let's find out what the list call is. Okay, fade out. This is gonna be fade out and then the amount. Do 20% initially. And I already know this is gonna be a disaster when I check again. Right? Assuming it actually created it. So it did. Float 100%. I mean, I could just have. No, it feels like a really hacky way of doing it where having the content within the overlay. Yeah, so I just don't display at all. No, that's not even doing its job. What the fuck? Because absolute isn't gonna help. I've never liked the positioning system within CSS. Just saying. The whole box model stuff just. Because the idea is you have this. I just wish there was a position attribute you could set where it will constrain itself to its parent, but still allow you to use the index. I feel a sneeze coming on. Go away, sneeze. Yes, this is not gonna work. So yeah. Look something up. Yeah, if I set brightness, I'm pretty sure it'll apply it to everything. That's what I was trying to remember, because for some reason I wanted to think of it as darken. That's the problem we have here. I mean, if I set, would multiple backgrounds work? Just trying to look up some of the weird hacks that people have used. Which I don't like to do. Yeah, so that works. Feels like a hacky way of doing it by setting a freaking background gradient over an image. Okay, thanks, Thunderbird. Whoa. Fuck me. First it was Chrome, now it's Thunderbird. Fuck off, Chrome. Piece of shit browser. So I think 0.8 is excessive though. So what we'll do is this will be banner specific, I guess. Although, why am I setting the attribute? I know what I'll do. Because we kind of have selector groups for a reason. My eyes. Why do I get the feeling that CSS less is taking that literally and changing the value? It isn't. But it certainly feels like it is. God, that white really kills my eyes. My God. God, turn on redshift. Linear gradient, okay. RGBA. Oh, it's because I didn't change it from background image. Eyes dumb. Fuck you, I changed that. Why you no work? It's background. Linear gradient. RGBA, RGBA. You guys saw it was working earlier. Screwing up on something. And I'm also occasionally forgetting to press the Windows key when I want to talk. Which is also super convenient when I'm ranting. Let's see if that does anything. Yeah, okay. So apparently you can't just list them out. You have to comma separate them. Cool. Good to know for next time. Now let's check. Now let's audit. Let's see if it's dark enough. Nope. Nope. Is it not taking into account the gradient? I guess so. This will be a real test. Yeah, okay, so it's on drugs regardless. When I said to... I gotta see something. If I said to 1. If I said to be completely black and then have it reload, well, have it audit, it's just completely broken. It's probably been lying to me the entire time. The images probably were fine. Because even when it's... I mean, come on, you can't tell me that you can't read... I mean... Ugh. Fucking Chrome. I mean, look at this. Text elements should have a reasonable contrast ratio. Okay, so let's just verify this. So let's go to the color contraster, okay? Oh, look at that. White on black passes. So it's not accounting for the linear gradient. Assholes. I mean, this is probably easier to frickin' go about the business of handling the background colors. But I mean, oh, it's so annoying. I went through all that trouble just for it to be Chrome being retarded. It looks roughly the same at this point, so what the fuck is going on here? Oh, is this supposed to be intentional? Do you remember? It just looks odd. That's broken. Excuse me, support us page? I don't know. It's all being stupid at this point. Because I haven't modified the support page. So it's gotta be the banner code. Maybe. Yes, getting very close. Would double checking with check my colors just in case worth trying? Okay, well, so the problem you pose is, wow, holy shit. Fuck me, this website's disgusting. One, this website's disgusting, and two, uh, it's a website that checks something that's online. I'm not sure if you noticed, but I am doing all the development locally. So unless it could somehow, with all its might, magically ping my local Hugo thing, it's not gonna work. And I'm pretty damn sure white on black is fine. And given this is a tool recommended by the W3C, I'm gonna trust it. So I mean, look, 127.0.0.1, so it's not fortunately public facing, except for the fact that, you know, I'm broadcasting it out to the internet. So let's fix this support page. What's going on with that? I don't know why the support page is broken. I haven't changed it at all. Because we dropped that overlay funny business. What we had before was CSS, and it wouldn't just fail to complete generate that stuff anyways, so I'm actually kind of out of words. I suppose I don't need that. I mean, the blue actually doesn't look all that. I'm kind of warming up to that blue. I still like the lighter blue more, but it's just that support page. It's not support I have enough. Okay, so why isn't this working? It's all a disaster. I'm checking every other page. Every other page is okay, except that one. Let's drop that. Let's go back to that. Plus, no, that didn't work. So it isn't that. We had the center image, which was working. Well, I mean, it is working. And that's just that. So I'm gonna restart that. Okay, you saw that. All I did was restart the Hugo server and it's fine. So I'm guessing it wasn't. I'm guessing it had like an internal cache that it wasn't updating. So all these probably need the dark as well. This feels really repetitive. I wonder. If I set that to @overlay. And then I changed that. By the way, if you're asking me questions, all I see is, like, I saw someone pinged me in IRC. If you're pinging me in IRC and you're watching this, then go to the actual YouTube thing and chat on YouTube, please. Let's see. I don't actually believe that worked. It seems a little too perfect. Built successfully. I refresh. And that is still okay. Wow, that would be very impressive if that actually... Man, wouldn't it be great if I could just use the @overlay thing? Just gonna replace all of them just to be sure. No, it works. Sweet. So we need it on the support us. Where else? We need on all of these actually, but we can't apply it though. The @overlay was the solution. So what I did was, no, so the way it works with less is you could create variables. @overlay is just, I don't know if you noticed. Hold on, let me go back. Before I had this linear gradient thing here, right? So basically with CSS3, you could set multiple background images or backgrounds, whether it be gradients or images or whatnot. Um, I I can't believe I didn't even think about setting a gradient, but you set a linear gradient and you just say, okay, here are two values to pass, so it will render that linear gradient and it will use that background image. So what I did was, oh my god, all the like setting in all these linear gradients is really repetitive, and I don't want to have to go in and change every single one of these if I decide to darken the gradient. So what I did was I set to a variable, like a less variable, and I didn't expect it to work, but it does. So that was surprising in a good way. And what it meant was I could take all that repetitive linear gradient setting and just say at overlay, comma, and then the background image, which, let's be honest, that's way cleaner. So we're going to recompile. We're going to go to the support page. And oh yeah, that looks way better. And these look really dark right now because they haven't been reset to what their original thing was. Remember, some of these images are still darkened because I haven't gone in with GIMP and changed those. So just keep that in mind. And since Chrome is lying about the accessibility stuff for the color contrast for the background stuff, I can't rely on that. So what I'm gonna have to do is wait until this is online, or at least in a sort of semi-public facing place, so like deployed out on the internet at a publicly reachable address, but sort of private somewhere. And test then with the actual accessibility tools that the W3C provides. Gotcha, some pics need to be set again. Yeah. Yep. So I'm going to reload once again. So yeah, in terms of accessibility, let's go to the blog. The blue is pleasant. Yeah, the automated web aim tool did a good job with that one, didn't it? I mean, you saw I opened G-Color and I tried to tweak it, and whatever I changed it to, whatever value, whether it was saturation or just like the contrast, no matter what I changed it to, it was like, nope, sorry, that's too bright. So change it by like 1 hex value and it's okay. So I guess we're sticking to this blue. Unless I get overridden by our benevolent dictator. So, but I'm not, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Let's run an audit here. Yeah, okay. That one's very obvious. Jesus Christ. So, okay, I get it. Go away. I know it's an image. This image needs an alt tag, which means they probably all need an alt tag for the feature posts, since that is what it is. These need a higher contrast ratio, so that blue doesn't really look good against the gray anyways. What else? Is contrasting well on my monitor when I play the contrast? Yeah, so I use my secondary monitor in order to do color contrasting against my first monitor, because my first monitor, its color contrast is awful and I don't have an actual display calibrator. See, the purpose of each link should be clear. Well, I mean, no, I don't think, I think Chrome fundamentally misunderstands rather, the internet and pagination. So what we are going to do is we are going to fix this featured image here. So we're going to get the URL, and I think we could humanize it. I think that's the term Hugo uses. Yeah, so we could humanize it, but I wonder if we could drop the extension. Or we're gonna have to use regex for that. I don't really like the idea of... He's usually taking away your focus. I know, right? What the hell? Must be sleeping. Or busy with work or something. I mean, what I can do is do a replace and replace, like do a double. I don't know. A replace regex was probably the best thing, huh? I'm just terrible with regex. All right. You know what this calls for? This calls for the regexer that I have bookmarked. So we'll do because I am terrible with regex. I will perfectly admit that. It's not my foray at all. I actually try to avoid it whenever possible. Okay, so that's not how that works. Because I just want to replace the PNG thing. Someone who's more experienced with this help. Otherwise, you're just going to watch me fumbling around for God knows how long. Do I need to escape that? I'm guessing I need to. Jesus Christ. Go away, Thunderbird. I don't know why I'm getting emails for that card thing anyways when that doesn't even exist anymore. Star quantifier? Yeah, okay. Okay, so we could properly select the period. Awesome, that's a start. So Um, it's not positive look at, it's negative look at. Right? No? Let's look behind. Although that's not supported in JavaScript, so I actually can't check if that works. That's before the main expression without including the result. Specifies a group that does not match before what? All I want is the table flip. Okay, so that worked. And so does that. So I assume I could use this to replace the extension. Let's try that. So the first thing we need to do is humanize it. So it's going to be humanize val. Okay, so we're going to need that in 2 places. Yeah, because we're going to need it in the, because this blog single, so we're going to need it in blog list as well. Yay for redundancy. I mean, what I could do is have a blog partial, like a blog featured image partial. Because I don't actually have one of those. And then I just call it with the URL, maybe. That sounds like something that would be doable. I mean, it doesn't have to be, although I guess in this case, if I use a short code, actually this would work. Because if I do an image with an alt tag, then I could have an optionally specified class as well. So let's go ahead and do that. Although can I use, can't actually use shortcodes within here. Damn it. Ah. So infuriating sometimes, this system. But I think we'll just stick with the blog partial for it for now. Or just a generic partial. So this could be alt image partial. And then what we will do is we'll get image. And we don't have a guaranteed class, so we will check for that first. And then what we want to do is have a humanized image name. We're going to want to do regex for that now. So it's going to be find re. There's like a, oh wait, no, it's going to be a replace re, isn't it? Yeah, so it's going to be replace and then the call. I assume that's going to be this could be as okay. I think I get it. I think I actually can just avoid setting that variable there. So basically we're going to pipe the humanized image into the replace recall. Replace recall. This could be that regex thing we made. Okay. Let's double check this here. Yeah, and then it's going to be blank. I hope this works. So is it width? Let's double check. Yeah, width, okay. Because using the width thing will also make sure it's actually set first. So maybe this will work. I guess this is the moment of truth. Although that's individual block, but we'll test on there anyways. Bad character. Single 14. And then invalid syntax on line 2 of this. So let's solve the single thing first. Oh, right, yeah. Forgot the second needs to be the variables passed to it, so I need to create like an object for it. Forgot about that. Yay. This would be like what, dot data? I can't remember this shit. It's been so long. No, it's not going to be in taxonomies. I don't know what I'm doing. It's going to be in, what, extras maybe? Because I've done this before. It was just so long ago. You know, it feels so long ago. It was only a month, but you know, we're not working on something all the time. Sometimes it could get a little rusty. So let's just go through all this stuff. No, this is so annoying. Actually, it might be easier as a partial, but then we couldn't use it as a... Actually, it would be easier as a partial. But how do we implement it there? It creates a dot params, doesn't it? Is that what we need? Dot params? This must be so boring for you guys. Just me rambling on like, I didn't work on this for a month, so I don't remember anything, and I'm just really excited actually. I know I don't sound like the most enthusiastic person. Like if you listen to the Solus packaging videos, I admit the next time I record the audio I gotta be a lot more enthusiastic, but so I know I don't sound very enthusiastic. One is because I'm tired, and two, I actually am, but I don't know. This is just kind of frustrating. Frigating things and then ending your sentences halfway through because you're so lost in the train of thought of trying to figure out like where do you even begin. So my problem right now is you only could pass one thing, which is dot, which isn't very helpful to only pass dot. So is it dot vars that you could set? And then 3, there's no music. Yeah, so I think we know what happens whenever I play music, so just play your own. And if you don't remember, because it's been forever, literally every single time I play music, the stream crashes. Whether it's an hour in, or 2 hours in, or 4 hours in, it crashes. I don't know why. And I don't mean crash as in OBS takes a dump. I mean a complete system hard lock. And I don't know why. So, but yeah, I agree that it's definitely a lot blander without any music going. I might have like a test stream later at some point, not today, where I test like music on console player. Because if I could get that working, then maybe it might be only Chrome. I don't know. So I think what I'll end up doing is just duplicating this rather than having a partial that's annoying the shit out of me. So the URL is going to be that thing there. And I'll think that'll pass, but it'll be interesting to see. No, of course it didn't. Invalid said tags on line 15 is single. So it's going to be here. So let's go back to function, string, replace re with 1 and then that. It's the same as piping it in. So maybe we'll try just not piping the thing in. Try that. No, of course not. Still failing. What the fuck? I know humanize is fine, right? Let's see. Yeah, so that's fine. So it's when it starts interacting with replace stuff. I don't know. I know that's correct. And I'm not passing anything to it. I don't want to pass anything to it. You know, I just want to remove it. And I suppose I don't need that either. Still the same shit. Line 15. So it's this. Let's drop the selector group from this. Because this doesn't have one. No, it does. Never mind. So this is replacing everything there. So this part I understand. Basically, it's checking, okay, is it HTTP or HTTPS? It doesn't matter. And then this, I actually don't understand that. Is that anything after the slash? Fuck me, I don't know. I mean, it looks like it is, but... Or is it capturing everything before it? This is what I mean about regex. It all looks like a completely different language that makes absolutely no sense. So we're just going to try it with that and hope for the best. Invalid syntax, no. God damn it. I just want to replace the .png thing. You know what? Until someone watches this video and fixes it for me, I'm gonna do 2 replace calls because I'm evil. We're only gonna be dealing with PNGs and JPEGs for now, so what we're going to do is we're going to do something even more evil, where or eviler, right? I suppose English is we're going to do a replace, and then the string we provide that is a replace string of the alt variable or the image name minus, anyways, you'll see. So we're going to replace. And in this replace, we're going to pass another replace, where this replace will have the image .jpeg and empty string, and then in this replace call, we're going to do .png, an empty string. This feels evil. This feels really fucking evil. And you know what? That fucking evilness worked. At least according to this, anyways. No, okay. It didn't work. Not quite. I think that's just syntaxing though. Well, I don't know, let's see. Is the entire thing within that alt? Okay, that's not quite what I expected. Then unexpected on line 14. What? This is annoying. So when I do that, then it's like, okay, well, dot site dot base URL, we will literally pass that. That's exactly what I don't want it to do. Am I not applying this technique anywhere else? It doesn't actually look like it. Lame. Fuck you, previous Joshua, for not making it easy for future Joshua. And a white page certainly looks wonderful. Still more useful than half the freaking websites out there. Right, so let's see. So I want to intermix it in a way that looks nice. because this is what I would typically need to do. But I mean, that doesn't look nice at all. Could URL, like I could use the URL stuff. Right? It seems like something I should be able to do. So I would pass images, posts. Maybe not. Nope. That's not going to work either. Okay, so let's type up that again. It has to do with this. I mean, I don't actually need, now that I think about it, I don't need the full path. In fact, it would be bad of me to use the full path. I just need the full path in the source. And then with the alt image, I use .primes.featuredImage. Right, so now it should work. Missing value on line 16. Yay! Okay, so I go back here, refresh that. Fuck you. Alt image, it should. Oh, it's because that spacing. See issue now. It's not actually passing this variable here because I spelled it wrong. You don't wow, and you don't spell a spare, and you don't spell image as IAMG or IMG. IMG. I am the G. Okay, so featured image, and that didn't humanize it at all. No, that didn't work. Of course, did I even pass it through humanize? Probably not. No, I didn't. I didn't do it at all. There we go. Hey! But I think I actually need to pass it through the titling function. Is it title or is it titleize? Title, okay. Oh yeah, okay, so that alt is automatically handled. Where else do I need to copy paste that? List maybe? Or is it info? It's not info. Oh, that's how I do. I pass a dictionary. Oh, of course. I knew I was using this somewhere. Of course. So my dreams of having alt image partial came true because it turns out I'm actually not a fucking idiot. I implemented this somewhere. I knew there was a way, I just could not remember for the life of me. Of course it's dictionaries. It's okay. So, featured image, and then after that it's blog info. And then it's that it? Okay, so we just need to replace this then. Yeah. Sounds right. I'll just do it that for now. Makes it simple. So you have been showing off your CSS HTML skills for 2+ hours. When are you going to start working on this? Fuck you. Nice. Oh, that's funny. It's like, yeah, you've been pissing around for almost 3 hours. When are you actually gonna do work? Well played, good sir. Alright, so that should be applied now. If I go back to the blog, and I right click Alt, no, it completely fell on its face. But I think it's because, yeah, we're using... There. And now it should work. Alt, yay! We actually achieved another thingy today. So now, if we audit, it doesn't actually complain about the alt tags for images now. Because that's pagination, so that isn't changing. And this it's all lying about, so it's just these categories view. Which, if we're going to be going with that darker blue, then maybe these should be side pane module. Yep, and then it should be a darker color anyways. Maybe that? Yeah, okay. That works. Just using the text color, I guess. So it's be side pane H3. Right, so that's built. Refresh. Inspect. Audit. Yay. Okay, so that's passing. What else? Let's check this page now. I mean, I guess it's gonna complain about that. Yeah. 1. It's literally that. Called it. Okay. That's an easy fix. So if we download, wrong thing. This download, it's going to be info checkbox. Actually, it's should be done. Sweet. So we have passing tests and then not applicable tests. Just be sure. Let's go here. Let's audit every single one of these pages. Okay, so that's lying again. Support this page. It's gonna. I already know it's gonna lie about the contrast ratios. Yep. See, it's complaining even though there's a linear gradient, and it's complaining about the footer. So basically, this page passes as well. Check download page. Not download Solus page. Verify that. Okay, usual purpose of this link. Yeah, that's normal. And that's normal. Budget page. Okay, image alternatives. Okay, so it's complaining about those. So I am going to need that partial. So let's go ahead and implement that partial now. Because no way I'm not freaking copy paste yet another thing of that. Of the alt code, so. Okay, and then it's going to be, although I'm assuming it's image post, which isn't accurate, so. Might actually be best if I pass a URL as well as the image. So I'll do that. Well, I assume I'll do that. Or I could do directory pass string, that'll go there. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see if we could pass the full URL, and if not, then we'll do a directory workaround thing. So image URL, we get the alt name, do that, class as well, but that's going to be the with thing. Right, so class. So this way we can actually pass a class, in theory. All theoretical until I actually implement the stuff. So here we're going to use the alt image partial. And yes, I'm aware when I use partials, I actually don't need to provide the .html. It's just, it makes it easier for me, I guess. And then dictionary. What was it where we were using dictionary? Oh, it wasn't download? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think it's going to be too verbose if I have the image and, so I'll just have the directory path. And then we don't actually have a class here. So URL needs to change to directory. Okay, and then where else is going to be the budgie thingy? And that's going to be applet view. In applet view, we have this, and this needs to change to the partial. I really don't like doing the string stuff here because I don't ever remember if I could actually set a variable and then use, like, you'll see. You will see. Like that. And then we need to do the directory. See if that works. Doesn't look like it. Although this is all complaining about the alt image partial. Because it's all just dot values. Have you thought about just using mono variants of the logos, at least for the header or smaller elements? I have thought about that actually. Like here. I'm not sure yet. I'll ask a key. We'll tinker around next stream with that. You just gotta remind me, I guess. Or I could put it down in my Zim notebook in a moment. So this doesn't need. Let's see if that works. Claims, but I don't know yet. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's completely fucking failing. Okay, so is that at least not failing on the featured image? Okay, so that's good at least. So it isn't failing here where we are. Yeah, so if we look here, we need to change this. So basically, in that alt image. So this is the one where we're setting a class with. So that will replace it within the single block. Assuming I don't break it. .params.featured image. That's what I'm setting. Oh, it's .image. I wonder if that's what the issue is with the, yeah, might be. Okay, that works. Yay. That doesn't work. Although I'm going to try do this. No, wrong thing. In applet view, rather than creating this, just do .icon.png. Maybe that'll work. Like that. One could hope. Yeah, it's not having that at all. And take that because it... Yeah, okay, so icon... I'm gonna have to change the actual data for it. Just to make it easier for myself. This will be data app. Feels really redundant, but whatever. The amount of fucks I give are 0. Nil point given to the fucks. Sweet, so that is using our alt image as well. Woohoo. So, it's just these that aren't using it actually. So let's fix that. This could be in banner and here. And what that means is we could also drop the alt thingy as well. And there's no class involved, so it's just that actually. Because we're already getting the exact URL. Although I don't think it's gonna like that either. Damn it. Oh, we just need to drop the slash images. And have that as a dir instead. Okay. So that should be implemented now. And it quite clearly isn't, since it broke everything. So the question is, why? Banner 13 undefined variable center image. That would be why. And actually, we don't even need the center image variable definition. So we'll just do that instead. Or not. I thought I'd try to be clever. Although that's failing regardless, so... What the fuck? What? Okay, so it passes. Alright. Gremlins. Sweet, so we are using alt image everywhere. Although, I lie, we're not using it here. We're not using it in the header. And we're actually not using it for the data serve thing either. Although, I don't know, do I need to use it for that? Let's find out. Yeah, we may as well. My god. That is a GIF for fuck all reason. I'll change that later. I'll convert it to a PNG and change that partial later. So yeah. Next up is header. Okay. Oh, fuck off. Surely that works. Partial, alt image, image. There. No, fuck you. Your mom. Turn not to find. Oh my god. There. There we go. So now we are using it everywhere except that footer. So everywhere we are enforcing alt image. And actually, what I will do is I will make it even easier for us by adding a shortcode so we could utilize it within the individual blogs, because that's going to be important too. And that is just going to call the alt image partial. And actually, I don't need to have the individual specify the directory either, because it's always going to be implied that's going to be like the post content directory. Just want to double check what it is. It's going to be static images, posts. So we just need a pass image. So that should do it. And we'll test that in a block. And it's going to be this weird thingy. Okay. I think it should be that. Might be. Let's check. Let's go to blog. Place. Okay. Yeah, no, that didn't work. Oh, wait, no. It would help if I was using the right partial name. Right? Okay, that doesn't work either. Okay, so why is it not working? I'm probably using the shortcode syntax wrong. No, I mean, that looks right anyways. No, I will piss with that later. Sorry, Google Plus notifications. Or maybe this will be the last thing we will get working, and then we'll call it. So it gives me motivation to get it working. Blah, 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 blah. Right? I'm not saying I'm tired, but I'm tired. Let's try that. Oh, progress. Although it's just going to be .get0, isn't it? Or index 0. Could have sworn it's index 0. No, apparently not. Let's check Go template primer. Might be in here. Or shortcode. Might have a hint of it here. How do I do with YouTube one? Oh, it's param 0. Okay, so it's index.params 0. That makes sense. Just try .param 0. No, that does not work. And it's image here. Let's try something. I want to see if the fault lies with how I'm using the partial or with the image variable. Okay, so with image variable. Let's see, what's this? I thought I'd try to be clever, yeah. Hate when that happens. So YouTube, it's index.params 0. Why doesn't it work? Let's try that. I don't think it'll make any difference, but we'll check. Or how am I calling the YouTube thing? Normally. Try like that. There. Okay. I think that works. Yeah, that certainly works. Although those images aren't abiding by... Oh, well, I guess in the process I found an issue with blog content images. So that needs to be fixed. So let's go ahead and fix that. One more thing. Just one more. It's going to be a quick fix, just in styling. There we go. Now it won't overflow like a motherfucker. Woohoo! Right, so I expected that to go a lot better. I really should start streaming instead, like when I immediately got home, because I was full of energy, I was super excited, and it was just like as the day went on, and I got closer and I got tired. That's what happens. So at least we're caught up in terms of what we need to do, what I need to do. So we fixed the background gradients. We fixed the contrast ratio for everything except what's being lied to us by Chrome. We implemented alt image so that way we could have that for accessibility reasons, and that's consistent across everything except the footer. We implemented the shortcode for the blog just now. We retracted some of the work we had done because we are now enforcing a background, like a linear gradient here. And we just fixed, we fixed the applet view on mobile as well on the budget page. So next, what we'll need to do is fix up these margins, maybe clean up the styling around all of that, make it a bit more sensible. For instance, having this section actually contain all the margin we need and having the header contain none except for below. So we'll do that. And then we'll actually start getting to work on the side pane implementation for mobile. So we'll tackle that, and as far as I could tell immediately, the 4K stuff is fine, because I think I just said to zoom 2 or something. So yeah, that is what we will do. Maybe tomorrow, we'll see. Probably tomorrow. I'll probably do a stream tomorrow, because I really just want to get this over and done with, you know, so I can have a actual vacation. Well, I say actual vacation. By actual vacation, I mean work on my own coding stuff. So basically, power through this, implement the side pane, get all the old content from WordPress ported over, which will probably be a massive pain in the fucking ass, but it needs to be done. What else? I actually don't know. Blaz, I actually surprisingly still remember to do the contrast testing for the logo, so I will put that in my Zim notebook. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I apologize for this being a complete clusterfuck, but I'm not really sure. Like, if you expected otherwise, then you expect very highly of me. Especially someone who hasn't worked on something for a month and has been busy with a million and one other things. So I think overall it went better than, it certainly didn't go better than I expected, but it certainly went better than it could have been. So at least I wasn't completely useless today in terms of the Hugo stuff. I was just trying to find my footing with the dictionary stuff, for instance. So yeah, that's gonna be it. So bye bye, bye bye bye. You know the drill. I gotta stop streaming. Bye.